to the live streaming. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Friday. Hope you all are doing great and hope you are in the best of health. Always remember you are welcome to join this live streaming. Share it with your friend, family, and loved one. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing because over here we're being real, honest, authentic, unapologetically ourselves and being positive at the same time. Life is for living and that is what we're gonna do. And we're just gonna live our lives because all of us have one life to live. We have to live it. It doesn't matter where, we have to live our life. And don't apologize for choosing yourself and live your life. Everybody have a life to live. Let people talk until people will talk about you, good about you, bad about you until they die. Because you know the reason why? When people don't know you and you don't tell them your business, people will assume, so let them be. Okay, let's get straight into this topic because sir, we have the good up topic right here, sir, and we're gonna speak about it. No apology, right? We're gonna be our authentic self. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please always remember to check out my longer version videos and always remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? And also remember to check out the shorts. Yeah, if you need a little bit of you want to know how to dance and keep fit, just check out the shorts and you will be fit, okay, in no seconds. Yes, we are about fitting, be keeping fit, healthy, because health is wealth and that is the best, that is the riches in life you can acquire is your health, okay? So always remember that. Let us start. Things I've learned with age. As you know, yes, that I love to talk about things I've learned with age, and I always gonna tell myself, I'm gonna age gracefully. You understand? And I'm gonna I'm gonna age gracefully, and that is something I've said to myself that I'm doing it for me, and I'm gonna age gracefully. There will be no terms of surgery. There will be no form of me doing anything. That will see my natural hair. I did a cornrow in it. So you will see me sometimes with my curly hair, my natural hair, that is me. Sometimes I will come on here and I will do my brows if I feel like, but most of the time you will see me with my natural face. So that is something we have to accept with age. We have to accept that our beauty lies within us and the physical beauty will fade away. So if we dwell too much on the external part and don't pay any attention to the internal, we are going to find ourselves in problem. And that is why sometimes I feel like, in my own opinion, people sometimes are unhappy because they are not happy with their external. You understand? Be happy. You have to love your fault and your flaws, and you have to love yourself unconditionally. And you stop creating problem for yourself that isn't there. Sometimes you want to fix things that is not broken. Leave it alone. You understand? Look at me. I'm aging gracefully, and that is something I will continue to do. Let us talk about things I've learned with age. The small things. I want to emphasize on the words. So when you hear me drag the words out, that means I'm emphasizing on it. The small things, the small moments often are the most meaningful. So things that I've learned with age, like the small things I used to take for granted. Now that I'm older, I'm getting older, I do appreciate love the small things and the small moments, Number two, it's okay to outgrow people. Nothing is wrong. Not let no one tell you that it's you have to get everybody going with you in your circle. You have to get everybody from childhood right up. No, my love, as you get older, you have to leave somebody by the wayside, wish them well, and you have to always outgrow some people. Even in your family, sometimes they can be the worst thing that can hold you down. You have to leave them behind. You have to outgrow people. You can love them and wish them well, but when you get older, you have to outgrow people, because sometimes the most fakest person, can be your family members. Believe me, okay? Letting go of the past is freeing. Don't let anybody hold your past over your head and let you be stuck or let it consume you. Letting go and letting go of the past is freeing. You free your mind. Be free. Let people talk. Let them bring it up. Sometimes they have their own business running. They're sitting down and they will talk. They have nothing. That's what a negative mindset will do. But a positive one will know that, yes, all of us have a past. We make mistakes. We learn from them. We are freed of ourselves. We're not worrying about them because 2020 says we live in a good life and we are taking care of ourselves and putting ourselves first. Okay? You care less about what others think as you get older. Me personally, I don't care what nobody wants to say about me. I don't live my life based off of persons or people's opinion. I live my life based off my opinion. People have an opinion, yes, but do I have to live on it? No, I live on my own accord. I live off my own opinion. People will talk, you cannot control. If you have something positive to say to me, I am all ears for listening. I will listen. But if you come with a negative road because you have a negative mindset, go along, go. As we say, go along. I'm not interested. Okay? The best friendship are the ones that feel easy. At this point in my life, I must say, when it comes to friendship, I don't force it and I don't put myself in a position. I like my own company, to be honest, so I don't really gonna dwell too much on friendship. Some people have a different idea of friendship. My best friend is my hobby and my two girls until when they get old, think and they get their own friends or whatever. But at this point, I will continue to be there for them as well. Even if they have their own best friend, you know, I will still be there for them to listen or whatever and encourage them not to make the same mistake that their mother made, you understand, and make them better young women and women, okay, for themselves. And I'm going to always tell them, like, always choose themselves and always make sure that they protect their energy, their peace, and also remember that their happiness is very important. And I'm always going to tell them, like, don't sit down and base your happiness off of other people. I don't look on others. Even with hobby, I don't like say, yeah, he's an addedness to like a part of my life. But my happiness is based off what I love to do and the things that I'm comfortable doing. That is how I base my happiness. And even if you might break up, you understand? I am just saying metaphorically, right? If anything does happen, at least I will not be this drawn down crying and crying because I have created my happiness within myself. I contented with who I am and I've created this space whereby I love myself so much and I put so much effort into myself and I give myself grace. I say kind thing to myself, and even when nobody around me, at least I can create happiness for myself because that is something I have done. And I have continued to do it as I get older. I've continued to find the things that make me happy. The small things, like going for a walk, you understand? Being able to get up in the morning. These are things I'm grateful for. The things that, the small things that when it comes to birthdays, I celebrate it. But I don't celebrate it like, for example, do lavish stuff. I celebrate the moment by recording it. We having like conversation, asking, like just spend the day. As you understand, with me, hobby, the girls, that is how I celebrate my birthday every year. There is no me with big crowd and going on. I don't need that. I need my space and my circle and the people around me, like say, yeah, you have done it. You understand? These are the small things I appreciate, love, and that is why I said my circle is very small and I love it that way. Okay? Self-care isn't optional for me, it's necessary. I am also teaching my two girls how to with self-care. I am telling them like I usually write notes for them, so I'm starting to let them know what is self-care and what self-care entails. My daughter, I'm teaching her, like, this is what you have to do instead of skincare. This is what you have to do. Self-care meaning you have to take time for yourself. Buy things for yourself. Don't wait on nobody to buy something. If you feel like it's something, buy it. If you want to buy yourself flowers, you understand? Do it for you. Anything that you feel, you deserve everything good. So you know when whoever comes into your life, you understand, as you get older, you will realize that you already possess these things already and you know what it's like and what it feels. So even if when no one give you can get up, you have to take out yourself to dates. You have to do things for yourself. You understand, I am teaching them these things so they don't when they go in, when they get old and they enter a relationship, they will know that, you understand, they are valued, you understand, and self-care is very important. Take time for yourself. A lot of time people feel like, oh, because you're a mother, you're not supposed to take care of yourself, you're not supposed to do self-care, you're not supposed to take care of yourself. Sometimes you have to say no, because listen to me, if you sit down every day and you worry, you understand, when man leave and man do them things, you understand, nobody talks. But when women decide to do what they have to do, then you have a lot of people yapping. You understand? Men can do things. They always say men can be men, but women can. Listen, that's rubbish, because listen to me. I always say what a man can do, a woman can do it better. Because one thing with women, we create life. You understand? And then you sometimes, coming from a single mother, yeah, I have to just price in there. Coming from a single mother, I tell myself I will never be a single mother. And struggling. You understand? And doing all the things that supposed to do. I will not be the one to do that. No. I will not be the one. Some people might beg to be different, but that is, if that works for you, congratulations. I know a lot of person who you know, doing a single, like more lifestyle. She's doing a great job. You understand? I know sometimes relationship break down, but she's doing a wonderful job. She's taking care of her children. She's taking care of herself. She have the days when she's with self-care, pamper, do all the good things. And I take my hat off to her, because she never let motherhood and single motherhood consume her. She makes sure that she does find time for herself, and she do the good things then. And me have to big she up every time, right? People change, and that's okay. People are gonna change. You understand? It's like the weather, and like the it's like the weather in the UK, which is bipolar. I call it bipolar. People are gonna change. You cannot control people. You only can control yourself. So if people change, what you have to worry about, with me at this age now, as I'm getting older, I don't business. If people wanna change, let them go. Bye bye. All the best. I don't have to worry about you. That's one problem out of my life. Tick. Bye. Your happiness is your responsibility. As I spoke to you just now in depth, your happiness is your responsibility. Don't leave your happiness to your spouse, your friends, your family, wherever. Your happiness create, because that is a problem. That's why a lot of time people get depressed, and because they slowly, you see, don't get too attached to people. Always leave room for disappointment, and don't leave your happiness in others. Create your own happiness. You understand? Create your own happiness, because if you don't create your own happiness, what's gonna happen? A person cannot be with you 24/7. So for example, if they get a job and they have to leave the country, or they have to leave, and you so stuck on to that person, because that person you're depending on them for your happiness, what's gonna happen to you? Your happiness is your responsibility. You understand? Free, you're supposed to have a sense of belonging for yourself. Happiness, you create happiness. You understand? Stop, wait until people create your happiness. That's where a lot of marriage breakdown, because they're depending on their spouse to create happiness for them. And when the spouse don't do what they want to do, or do the things that they want to do, then you see the breakdown. Don't do that. Create your own happiness for yourself. Don't expect your husband or your wife to create happiness for you. Yes, she can do certain things, but if you solely depending on that person to create happiness for you, hey, my love, you need to start working on yourself. That's right, what I'm saying now. One thing I will tell myself in my 20s, I should have loved myself more, and I should have created my own happiness. And me now, hey, I just say my tears have dried up, and I have built a wall, and I have get so tough in things that we used to get under my skin. You understand? When I was in my 20s or 18, in my 20s, my love, it not flip flow. It not bother me, because with age come maturity, and me not make them things bother me. Me have to live. Why stress? Why worry? Hey, I'm not worried. Let us continue. Trust your instinct. I used to remember when I was younger, my mother used to say, trust your instinct. They usually right, but I never used to understand it, quite understood what she was speaking about, until I become like as I get older, you know, I realized like, oh, what my mother said was this is what she meant, what she was saying, trust your instinct. You see, if I'm at home And my mind or my instinct, gut instinct tell me, listen to me, don't go this. I'm not going. I will stay home and I will not go. I will not budge. You see, sometimes you can have a feeling coming over you. I know sometimes when I'm walking on the street, right? And I'm going out on the high street and it's just overwhelming feeling come, like if I'm walking, I just feel this heaviness, or you feel like this fear, fright come over you. You know, me, I am going over the other side because something I've tell myself, like you have to trust your gut instinct. People in this country, you understand, they dressed up, looking lovely, but sometimes these people sometimes have mental issue, which you know it can happen to anybody. So I don't judge people. Yeah, you understand? I don't like to judge people, but I love to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I protect myself. I don't like to go in big crowd. And if I feel, when I'm doing anything, I like to go in the morning early. You understand? That's what happens. I don't like to go when it's crowded. I like to go in the morning when it's open. I just go and do what I have to do and come out. I don't like the crowd. You don't know who is next to you and who is who. So I always said, like, you can identify people in the Caribbean. You can say this is whatever. You know if they have a mental issue. You know they keep to themselves. They don't really do not let you go and trouble them. But here, people can act normal and they are not normal. So I don't go near. Yeah, let's continue. Things I've learned with age. Say no is sometimes the best thing for you. Say no for me has become so easy. I don't feel guilty for saying no. I have to put myself first. I have one life to live. I cannot be sitting down and stressing out myself for people and while their life will be going good and everything will be going, and then you understand? No. When my daughter them reach a certain age, they will have to start to do like the ironing and all this stuff. My daughter then will have to do the ironing. I'll be sitting down. Yes, I will have to cook still. I don't have no problem tidying up the house and all these things. But when it comes to ironing, they will have to start to iron their clothes, and also they will be starting to do other things. I'm always teaching them to spread their bed, make their bread. I'm always teaching them to tidy up their room when it comes to weekend. I'm teaching them these things. You have to teach, and when you move things, put it back in the way. I'm teaching them little by little, but at the end of the day, you understand, with age come maturity, and I know they will learn, but I have to teach them. It's my responsibility to teach them as a woman, how to teach them how to do things for themselves, not because they might in the future they might get married, but I want them to have that skill and be able to know, like, you have to tidy up after yourself, you have to do this, you have to do that. You understand? So that's why I say with age come maturity, things that you did, you want your girls them to do better. Yeah, you don't need everyone to like you. That is something I always say to myself. Not everybody gonna love you, not everybody gonna like what you do, but who are you living for? Are you living for people or are you living for yourself? I'm living for myself. So whatever people, or you understand, want to say, it doesn't budge me, it doesn't matter to me, because that is something I've realized, that people have a tendency of talking crap about you when they do not have an idea of what is happening in your life, because you do not call anyone and you do not tell them your personal business, so they will assume. I want to tell you, as you get older, start to lock up your mouth. Start to keep certain things from certain family members. Don't tell them when you win. Now let them know what you win. When you do things, don't let them know your head from your toe. Don't let them know. If they ask you, say, no, things are going for you, nothing are going for you. Even if things are going for you, don't let them know, because sometimes they can be your biggest downfall. And they can be the most person that sit there and gossip about you. They will not correct the others that will gossip about you. I've learned that with age. You understand? The family members will sit down and gossip with you with other family, with stranger, when they're supposed to be the one supposed to pull up that person and say, oh, don't say that about that person. They will join in and they will add more fire to fury. So let me tell you something. You must lock up your mouth. Keep your life private. Keep certain things off social media. You see your private life, keep it off. With age come maturity. Keep it. If something happened, you know, I feel wrong, go keep it before. Oh, my family member, oh, this happened to me. Shut up. You understand? You understand? Shut your mouth. Metaphorically, zip up your mouth. Don't say anything. Let them assume. Some people only call you when they want to know They don't call you to check upon you genuinely, you know. They just call you because they want to know where you're going in your life. And the minute they hear sorrows and things have happened, they are the same one. They will be cackling before you come off the phone and drop that line. Somebody is gonna call you and say, "Oh, so just say that that you just said that." Nobody will not have anything to say because I do not call and I do not conversate, because I realize like people only call you just to know your personal business. They don't really genuinely care about your mental health. They don't really genuinely care about you like to find out like you're okay. Genuinely, they are not. They are just there to gather information so they can sit down and they can have their daily devotion of gossiping. So with that being said, I want to tell you, zip up your mouth. Don't talk, don't tell. Then, and even sometimes to your other partner, so everything you will tell them too. Because sometimes in life, the same thing they tell you, sometimes when you get a misunderstanding, like you broke up, them will come and throw it in your face. You understand? And be careful of the things that you tell friends as well. The day they do your age come at you, lock up your mouth. I will continue to lock up your mouth. Zip up your mouth. Keep things within yourself. Keep it. You and your husband get a misunderstanding, lock up your mouth. Social media don't have to know. A lot of people tend to come on here and say, "Oh, people in our business, people not in your business," and you put them in there, because if you never come on social media and tell them, they will not know. You understand? So with that, block out negativity and toxic people. Create a life for yourself whereby you have people around you who are positive and uplifting. You understand? Leave people who do not genuinely happy and want to see good for you, and always have something negative. When you see, let me tell you something. You see, once you have been doing things, yeah, I realize when I know it gives me like when I come to this country, it's real. It made me open my eyes a lot to see like when you are next to someone, right? They love you, they like you because you are there. You say yes, 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 yes. Okay. And you see the minute that you congregate yourself and you compose yourself and realize like, why is it you always say yes and you, so one day you have to say no, and the minute you say no, it will overshadow everything that you have done good for a person. Let me tell you something. Don't let people dictate how you're supposed to live. Let people run their mouth like a river. Let them continue to talk and see where they are. They are the same place where they sit every day. They will sit there. You understand? Some people don't like to change their mindset. They like to have a negative one. That I always say, like, I don't want nobody call me and gossip. I don't have time for that. And I don't have anybody like that when I call and gossip. You understand? Because I have cut out of line. If you're not going to tell me something to uplift me, or you're going to tell me something that will elevate me or something, I don't want to hear. Use it. Sometimes stop trying to talk about you protect people harm and their feelings. Does they protect your feelings? People don't protect your feelings. You know? Sometimes you are too soft. You try to protect your feelings while the other person don't give about your feelings. They just do what they want to do. So always remember that. The final one thing that I've learned with age: mistake don't define you. It teaches you. We are gonna make mistakes. So what? If you make a mistake, you're gonna let that hold you back. You're gonna let that be a stumbling block in your way forever, 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 forever. No, my love, you have to move on. That is why I say having a positive mindset is very important. Let go the negative things. So when you see them come, you're supposed to rise up and know that you have to take away yourself. You understand? Don't make nobody come up to you and say, yes, who are you? You make a mistake. A lot of time I find like parents in the Caribbean, they tend to make a lot of mistakes. And when you try to correct them, you understand, and say, no, that is not how it goes, or this is whatever, they always say, oh, you're rude, you're this, you're terrible, you're this and whatever. Listen to me. We have to, if we want to have upstanding and respectable young women, you understand, or men in society, we have to learn to let them have a voice and let them speak. Okay, let them speak and express themselves. And like if you say something, and you remember they have feelings too. So if they tell you something that like you might tell them something that hurt their feeling, at least acknowledge it and move on. But I want thing I have to tell you, even with that being said, you cannot really Go make sure that if you are their friend, right? Sometimes you can be your child friend, but you have to make sure they have a level of respect, and you have to have boundaries when it comes to that. You can't make that you feel like you depend on the same pain field level. Like what I do, you can do. No, my love. That is why disrespect will come in. So always remember. In conclusion, I want to leave these words with you. Okay? Never forget how far you have come. As you get older, and you understand, you was 6, you was 10, you was, now you're 18, now you're heading to your 20s, and you know, and your 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. Look back at how far you have come, everything you have gotten through. A lot of time you have gotten through a lot. Other times you have pushed on even when you felt like you couldn't. Okay? Or the morning when you got out of bed, no matter how hard it was. I remember when my girls was younger, especially my daughter, when I had a cesarean with her, I tell you, if you get out of bed, it was a struggle. Sometimes I used to be stiff like a board. If you ever know, you ever know. And it used to be so difficult. So most of the time I had to dig deep down within myself to find that strength to get up in the morning. Because at that time, hubby had already he had taken his maternity woman and paternity woman. So he had already used up all his holidays. He had helped me out, right? And he had to go back to work. So I was left with the baby and with the cesarean. Me tell you, sometimes I stiff like a bone, I can't even get up. And I tell you, sometime in the morning I had to push myself out of the bed just to get up. And then sometimes the pain was so excruciating. And then I used to have to hold and come out. And I tell you, sometimes when I tell you, it's a hard thing. So I tell you, I've went through that. Lots of pain, you understand, I went through. And then I had to learn to walk again after that cesarean, because I tell you, say, it was not an easy thing, because my daughter was breached. I said it before, because I feel like a lot of persons now have come out. And I think I will do like a story time with that, or like tell you a story time on my channel, like the process and whatever takes place. But I just want to tell you, sometimes you don't feel like getting up in the morning, especially when it's cold, and I have to get up in the morning like 6 o'clock every day to make breakfast and lunch for the girls and get them out. I used to say, you know, I've come a long way. And remember when I was younger, and it used to be so hard to get up. But I say I've come a long way now that they are at this age now, whereby my eldest now can go and bath herself. She can be able to. Sometimes she come and help me make her hot chocolate. My young ones will come around, I will pour the hot water. Sometimes when the water is just melting, and they will put in the milk and they will take. And then sometimes my daughter will say, oh, Mama, she know how to do scrambled egg, but I still have to monitor her, because it's a process when it comes to gas and I think they're gonna run. So I'm saying, like, before I used to have to do everything, but no, it does help. They put on the old school uniform, they do help, you know. If I'm not feeling well and I lie down in the bedroom, they will make card for me and say, oh, Mommy, you know, they will come and check on you. They say, Mommy, want anything? And they will, you understand, I am telling you that, like, when you go through all these things, you will come out on the good side. And never forget how much strength you have learned and you have developed. Because I telling you, with age, you have learned a lot of things. You have had to push through. And being here, my only family I have here, right, is my hubby and my 2 girls. They are my family. That's who I have here. You understand? So I don't, when it comes to, you know, like childcare and all these things that somebody for holder, I don't have that. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is, like, we as women, we are doing a lot. Sometimes when we do too, you can't do too much. You understand? You can't cut off your nose. My mother used to say you can't cut off your nose to fit your thing. It's a saying, in metaphoric saying in the Caribbean, right? To spoil your face. So you cannot give and do everything, and then you are standing there withered, worried, stressed out, depressed, and all these things. No, take time for yourself. Learn things about yourself every day. Learn to appreciate the small things. Learn to take care of yourself. Don't sit down and wait for anybody to take care of you. Take care of yourself. And always remember to love on yourself. I'm always going to tell you, love on yourself no matter what. You understand? With age, You understand? You're gonna learn a lot. If you still didn't even hit it at 18 or just hit adult, welcome to the club. You understand? So remember, when I achieve that milestone, I will come on here and I will say my age when I hit that milestone, because listen to me, it will be a great feeling to hit that milestone. And I'm telling you that in anything that you are do, be grateful for the gift of life. Every time you wake up, just be grateful for the gift of life. You are here today. You understand? Smile. Even when you have no money in your pocket, smile, because you have life. Life is priceless. You can't put no money on top of life. Life is priceless. When you understand, you breathe in. You understand? You breathe in the air. You can walk, you can talk. Be grateful. These are the things, the small things you have to be grateful for. So with life, the things that you used to, you see, little things that used to bother me, it doesn't bother me anymore. And I have realized, like, I can sit down all day. You understand? If I don't have anything to do outside of the home, I do not find myself outside. You understand? Because sometimes you might find yourself in position outside where you don't really need to be outside, and you're outside. So stay indoors. I want to say thank you all for stopping by today. Happy Friday. It's the start of the weekend. Enjoy it. If you are going to the club, make sure that you have a designated driver if you're going to drink. If you are like me who do not drink and don't go party, you can stay home, play a little music, drink a little malt, drink a little water, and just enjoy yourself. Have a little popcorn, watch a little movie, and just enjoy yourself. The small things like that. Make us create things for yourself. You don't have to leave your house, you understand, and go out. Summertime, yes, my love, I like to go outside because it's summer and I need the vitamin D, because you know, the reason why is vitamins, you know, we need that because, listen to me, as melanated people, we need that. And me, you know, because I hate to take vitamin D tablets, honestly, I like the vitamin C. I need it from the sun. I need vitamin C, D, everything I need. So when summertime, I'm outside because I need it, you know. And what I want to say before I leave, I want to tell you, don't change for no one, change for yourself. Because even if you change for someone, they can still leave you. And what you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do if you change for someone and they leave you? You will be stuck with yourself. Always remember, you're gonna be stuck with yourself. It doesn't matter if you're married, you have 99 children or whatever, you're still gonna remain by yourself. You understand? There are two things in life you have to experience: death and loneliness. Remember that. So always create happiness for yourself. Make these small moments. When you have a little time for yourself, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, because listen to me, it can be taken, it can be goodbye. Enjoy yourself, and I'll see you all in my next one. Be good to yourself, and always remember that self-love is the best love. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. Thumbs up the live stream and share it with your friend, family, and loved one. And if you want to hear what I speak about, you have to watch it from the start, because you know it is good. This is good information and good things that will help you. Until next time, be good to yourself, and always remember, self-love is the best love. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. And if you're in a bit on the weather, get well soon. See you all in the next one. And for all you good up people who always come on my live streaming to support me, I want to say thank you. And always remember to check out my community post, where I always big up you, my supporters, and my subscribers. Check out the community tab. You understand? Always check out the community tab, where I always post on there. So always remember, check out the community tab. I love to uplift you guys. I love to make you guys feel good. I usually leave quotes on there, so check it out. You might feel a little bit down, you know. Always remember to check it out. Remember that not every day we will feel our best, but nevertheless, you have to get up, rise up, stretch out, do whatever you have to do. You understand? Do something that is to make you feel good. You understand? And I want to tell you to continue to drink your water and mind your business, and you will see how blooming you will become. You will become like a rose. You will continue to bloom, and just keep watering yourself. Watering yourself with the gift of love, peace, and happiness within yourself. Always remember that you cannot stop people from talking, and don't live your life based off of people's opinion. Live your life based off your opinion and how you feel, and that is what that matters. With that being said, I love you all. Bye.